So I'm going to sing one I just picked up on yesterday from a recording by Peggy Seeger. It's called The Chickens They Are Crowing. And it's an interesting one because it's one of the rare traditional songs where the narrative is first person, but you can't really know for sure what the gender is. Could be either one. Chickens, they are crowing, crowing, a crowing. Chickens, they are crowing, for it is most daylight. The boys, they come a-courting, a-courting, a-courting. Boys, they come a-courting, and then they stay all night. I won't come home till morning, till morning, till morning. I won't come home till morning. I'll stay with my love all night. My mother, she will scold me, will scold me, will scold me. My mother, she will scold me for staying away all night. My father, he'll uphold me, uphold me, uphold me. Father, he'll uphold me and say I've done her right. Chickens, they are crowing, crowing, crowing. Chickens, they are crowing, for it is most daylight.
Did you say Peggy Seeger?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, big fan of Peggy. Did
Oh,
you ever
yeah.
see? Did you ever see her play?
Only on video.
We saw her live in Toronto, of all places.
Oh, wow.
We went and made a point to go and see her.
Well, I've been a fan of Peggy since I was little, and I picked up around that time a copy of her. Let's see, her banjo method. Did you know Peggy had a banjo method as well as Pete?
Yeah, I did. I knew that.
The
Hard,
fine, huh?
Hargale Publishing.
Hargill Publishing, indeed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and this she explains. She had some unique tunings that she called the dulcimer tunings, in which she tuned the first two strings of the banjo in unison to sound something like a dulcimer. She's the only one I've heard play in those tunings. Yeah. Well, let's see what I can do now. Oh, there we go. This is a song from Uncle Dave Macon. I do a lot of songs from Uncle Dave Macon, who's always a barrel of fun. Well, I went to the big crap game. It certainly was against my will. And I think I'm going to put that up to D, if you guys will bear with me, because it's a little too low for me. I already had the fifth string tuned anyway. Well, I went to a big crap game. It certainly was against my will. I lost every doggone nickel I had for a greenback dollar bill. The boys, they had a... I'm too far away from my lyrics. Sorry. Boys, they had a bet laying on the floor, and my buddy's point was 9. The police, they come in and got all of them, but I got mine. I got mine, let me tell you, I got mine. I grabbed that money and out the back door I went flying. Ever since the big crack payment, I've been living on chicken and wine. I'm a leader in high society, mama, since I got mine. Well, now I went down to the turkey feast, and that dinner was very fine. 15 minutes before the table was set, all the dinner guests fell in line. And when they brought those gobblers in, Uncle Joe, how his eyes did shine. Talking about wrestling and grabbing, well, I got mine. Now I got mine, I got mine. I grabbed the turkey and out the back door I went flying. I tried to make it to a hiding place, but I didn't get there in time. Some rascal grabbed me by my throat, and I got mine. Well, I went down to my best gal's home, and the hour was just about 9. Oh, I wasn't dressed up like Henry Ford, but I was feeling just as fine. Oh, and then caught her sitting with another fella on another fella's lap. I didn't like that sign. I told that fella what I thought of him, and oh, I got mine. I got mine, oh, I got mine. I grabbed my jacket and out the back door I went flying. That rascal grabbed a big shotgun and he used it mighty fine. Talking about a rascal running, well, I got mine. Say, I know a barber shop. It's down on North 4th Street. It's the only place on a Saturday night that we gamblers care to meet. Some go in for a haircut, others go in for a scrap. Me and my buddy, when we go there, we mean to shoot some crap. Now 11, come 7, won't you come, come, come? If I don't see them 11 dots, I'm done, done, done. If I see the police before he sees me, I'm gonna run, run, run. I'm a leader in high society now since I got mine. I got mine. I got mine. Da 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 dum ba ba bum. Da 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 dee da da do do. I'm a leader in high society now since I got mine. I'm a leader in high society now since I got mine.
Great tune.
That was Uncle Dave Macon, right?
It was indeed.
Yeah. He was a great mumbler.
Yeah, right. There is perennial and eternal debate over the lyrics to Uncle Dave's songs.
So he might sing that. I got my.
Yeah, right, right. Whether there was one that railroading and rambling, picking with you for men, and that is alternatively rendered as picking up chickens for a mammy and picking up chits for a madman and several several others. And I've heard furious arguments about it. And there's Al Christians. Haven't seen him in a while. Hello, Al. Are you there? You want to do us a song? Al is almost there.
Oh, I just
There
got
he is.
unmuted. That's good. I'm glad I got unmuted. Can you all hear me?
We can, yeah.
Okay. I couldn't unmute my video, but no, I don't have a song picked out yet. But I'll be hanging around here for a little bit.
Okay, well, we'll just go around the circle one more time, and then you'll come up again. And this is James, who is our audience today, and we're back around to Al Beck. Will you squeeze us a number here?
All right. Get back on board here. No, one of the things about this is we can change the bass side on it to make different sounds. Make it sound like a string bass. Can make it sound like a bowed string bass. Can make it sound like an electric bass. Can make it sound like a picked electric bass, or can also make it sound like a tuba. If you really want to get into different sounds with it. All right, here's another Norwegian tune, Hasselby Steppen. All right.
It really makes you want to swing around the dance floor.
I was dancing. You couldn't see me, but I was dancing in my mind.
Okay. Can't see my feet, but they're dancing down there. Well, Rory, would you like to do one for us, please?
Oh, come to that.
Just sit in for a little bit. I was mostly texting on my way back.
All right.
She would, listen.
Rory, you're muted. You might think you're talking to us, but you're
I did
muted.
think I was talking to you, and thank you for that.
We now have Karen officially joining us,
Hello, hello.
so should move the name over to the other side.
Can you guys hear that?
Yes.
So this is the instrument. It's a, I've had this since 95. So it's very early, made by a German guy in Hamburg. It's Manfred Degger. And so you go through the Second World War and then they come back at you with electronic bagpipe. It's fantastic. So I bought it as a practice instrument because it's absolutely tough on you for crossing sounds, for making errors in your fingering. But then I've started playing it with one of my bands, and I pump it through a wah-wah pedal, and I can play blues on it and all kinds of stuff. So it's been kind of fun. But so it has two sounds. This is the Highland pipe. But I can also, so I'm going to change it back because I'm not fine with the Highland sound because I like playing Highland pipes and it doesn't sound anything really too tinny for a Highland pipe. But anyway, you can do pitch changes. Or you can go down. Anyway, that kind of thing. And so while I'm here, I will I'll play a tune for you. It's a Calypso tune called Calypso Piper. Can you hear that all right? Is that loud enough?
A little bit more, maybe.
Is that better? Is that better? go. Calypso on the bagpipes.
Ah, very good.
Very nice.
Just great. A lot of
Years
Scots
ago, I
Irish
saw the-
influences worm their way into calypso.
Years ago, I saw the Battlefield Band
Yes.
when Doogie Pincock was playing pipes with them, and they did a calypso. And he explained that coming from the British Isles there, that they are also island people.
That's right. It gets extreme in Scotland because Scotland is an island, but it's got really creepy neighbors to the south who keep on trying to invade them. But I went to Orkney, and I found out that they think of themselves as having nasty neighbors to the south, meaning Scottish people. And some of them went all the way south to Inverness to learn how to do computers. But it was, island people have a great way of looking at things. It's an insular culture, so it's lovely.
Okay, back around to Jeffrey then. Would you like to do one for us? I'll pause the recording here for you.
Okay.
All right. Oops, here we go. My mouse tends to give up periodically. I think it's back. Here it is. Okay. Okay, and since progress is being made, we'll move on to David Polachek.
Okay. This one is a play on the English system concertina. And it's one of my favorite tunes. It's a Swedish waltz, and there's several different titles for it. People call it Waltz from Orsa, Waltz after Far, different titles, but it's very distinctive Swedish waltz.
Very nice, very nice.
Very nice. I always like that interesting minor key modulation that tune has.
Yeah, that's really nice on the third part where it goes to an F natural and a C sharp.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it made me set up and take notice. Whoa!
Is it common in Swedish music, or is it just something particular to that tune?
I don't know. It seems to me that folk music in general, in the northern part of Europe, has this tendency to be ambiguous about what key you're in. Some of the pitches go from sharp to natural and back and forth, but it gives it a wonderful character.
Yeah, that's great. Well,
What was the name of that song again?
Well, I've heard it, some people call it Waltz from Orsa. I've also heard it called Waltz after Far. and different titles. Orsa Waltz.
And we've heard it on violin as well.
Yeah, I think it was originally performed on violin. That's the way I heard it too.
Yeah, I heard it first from Al. So, Al Beck. So, and speaking of Al's, I see there's Al Christian with a very unusual guitar. You about to give us a tune on that?
Hello. Do I sound okay?
No, you're a little hard to hear.
More volume.
How about now? Better? Better now.
Still a little dim.
How about now?
Not much difference. Okay.
Are you hearing that propeller noise in the background?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, there's background noise there too.
I gotta switch to the other mic then if this one's giving me some.
Well, maybe we should
Now
come
we
back
should
to
get
Al
this. Okay,
when he
got
gets
me?
his propellers in order.
What's that?
No?
It's gone, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, out of the reference to Scotland a little bit earlier, I got a song about a character from Scotland. And I'm only going to do 2 verses of this one. The middle verse that I'm not singing, he enters someplace in Scotland and exits around Newington Bluffs, which is down on the south side of London near the Thames, I think. Was through IMCA concert. I craved a desire for the stage. In Flanders one night, I was asked to recite Gadzooks was I all the rage. They said I was better than Irving. They offered me biscuits and tea. Of course, it was not union wages, but it was their usual fee. Oh, my way, learn to dress. When on stage, what success? I acted so tragic, the crowd rose like magic. The audience said, "You're sublime." They made me a present upon impression. They threw it one brick at a time. Someone threw a bin fender that caught me a fender. I hoisted the white flag and tried to surrender. They sneered me, they jeered me. Half of them stoned me to death. They threw nuts and sultanas, fried eggs and bananas the night I appeared as Macbeth. They appointed hour for the play was printed quite clear on the sheet. The hallkeeper, he having misplaced the key. We played the first act on the street. Then somebody called for the author. He's dead, said the flute player's wife. This news caused an awful commotion. Gave me the shock of my life. Shakespeare dead, poor old Will. I never knew the old rascal was ill. I acted so tragic, the crowd rose like magic. They wished David Garrick could see. But he's in the abbey, and someone quite shabby suggested Boy George and Clement, so they both carried on. So the king of the Belgians walked in with Alfonso. They pleaded unheeded. Then all of them yelled in one breath, there's another war coming if you don't stop coming. Tonight I hear his name.
Yay.
Thank you. Next time around, I think we're going to have to get the volume up a good deal more because we were having a bit of a hard time hearing you.
I also had an extra sound, maybe nobody else did, but it sounded like pebbles being dropped into water. Anybody else have that?
Well, it
They're not-
sounded like maybe a short on the microphone cable or something like that.
Yeah, that's it. Might have been
There it is.
my fingernails hitting the guitar top.
No, it's regular. It's nothing to do with you.
Oh yeah. I that's what I was hearing on that other mic. It was going bump 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 bump.
That's the one, yeah.
But it's in the computer or someplace. I don't know. It could, you know, this automatic adjusting thing on Zoom might be somehow.
Oh,
picking
turn
up
that off.
fan
That's
noise or
the
something.
that's the thing to do. Anything that they be sure to turn original sound on.
Yeah, but the Linux version of Zoom doesn't have exactly that original sound setting.
No, they all. The what version?
Linux.
Can't hear you.
Does not have that.
Linux. We call it Linux in
Oh,
Toronto.
really? Linux. Yeah. Never occurred to me anybody's going to join us on Linux, but yeah.
Oh, I've been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, so I got a putz.
Definitely electronic beep, bip, 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 bip.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Who wrote the song?
What was the guy's name? Oh, hold on a second. I might have that. I'm not sure. I think it was. The guy's name was something like Harrison. It was written 1919 by an English guy. I learned it from an Ian Whitcomb record, but it's in this book called The Bumper Book. I just got the Bumper Book a couple weeks ago, and it's got all the verses written out. It's in here. Hold on. Come on. It's by William Hargreaves, Words and Music, 1919.
Interesting. Well, yeah, I'll see if next time around, we'll see if we can get some more volume because we're just scarcely hearing you. For now, though, I think we'll move along to Tom. Hi, Tom. Glad you could join us.
Hello. Think I'm here. Yep, I'm definitely here. This is about new folk. New folk in town is Elon Musk. Anyone heard of that guy? 2 4-letter words. Hello there. Elon Musk partied last night. Thousands came to celebrate. He had previously eschewed Bitcoin for its environmental damage, espoused Dogecoin as his favourite virtual currency. The rare earth minerals required in electric car batteries are taken from conflict zones, like blood diamonds. Junkyard trash fills up our only planet. Elon Musk explores multi-planet options. But there's only this one Earth, despite other Cinderella planets. We have plastic islands, one for each ocean. We have nanoplastic particles inside our own bodies. We have people living in third world trash dumps and industries and cars still pumping out toxic waste. Rainforests plundered, species extinct, habitats threatened. There are not enough billionaires to export to space stations yet. Time to clean up our creeks, rivers, oceans, earth, sky, seas, and ourselves. Reduce, reuse, recycle 100%, please. And on the same night, it's been 3 years since Wake the Dead was live. Zoom like this makes for inadequate community and communication. Salvaging the past is never enough. New voices are needed to sing in spring. And we had them, 15, including listeners, outdoors in the backyard of Wake the Dead coffee shop, San Marcos traffic on Old Ranch Road 12 roaring past, Magic Jack bought a microphone. Jaime used it well. Despite dark and cold and chill, warm poetry flowed. Antidotes to solitary confinement, withdrawal into virtual like this. Now we were close, some with masks on still and listening. Poems came, original, inspiring. We stayed till plenty past late and agreed to meet again first Thursday in May. Sometimes community forms because of our intrinsic need for each other. Sometimes we meet that need by simply sharing ourselves easy. But in Austin, Texas, in the spring of 2022, we have 2 billionaires, 2,000 millionaires, 2,000 homeless each night, health being the number 2 frontline issue, number 1 being life itself. We are home to Tesla, AMD, and conferences of the birds under every overpass. The gaps between high-rise wealthy and underpass poor grow wider every day. People move away to Kyle, to Buddha, Round Rock, Dripping Springs, Georgetown, but house prices rise like taxes. Trapped in Austin syndrome, they shelter in place, waiting for those variants to change and the flu to go away. Angst produces poetry and music, mostly memorials. Better to be poor and alive than rich and distant. As folk ascend, it's wise for the healthy to remember them. What made Barton Springs a source of health and liquid happiness. It's not those alien high-rise towers defining us, nor the future slums they're building of condos and duplexes arising around us. Waters of good health need to be conserved. Trees and waters were here before us. They need to survive us as well. You folk artists, you're the best of Austin. Stay alive, stay healthy, and stay here. Thanks for listening. Long live the folk. Everyone get folk.
Oh, well, I saw a gal from Maui come through, but I guess she's gone again.
Yeah, she left about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll do one.
Yay, Terry.
Well, this is. I went out to a little musical gathering in a park this morning, which was very pleasant. But I came home, I had this horrible pain in my foot. I couldn't figure out what was causing it, and I got my shoe off and discovered I had a thumb pick in my shoe. That hurts. So be careful when you're playing in the park. Okay, this is a kind of an old Tin Pan Alley song that's been done by the likes of Jimmy Durante and Bette Midler, but I heard it from Big Bill Brunzi, who does more of a blues version, called The Glory of Love. Oops. You gotta give a little, take a little, let your poor heart break just a little, but baby, that's the glory of love. Got to laugh a little, cry a little, till the crowds roll by just a little, but that's the story of that's the glory of love. Long as there's the two of us, got the world and its charms. And when the world is through with us, we'll have each other's arms. As long as there's the two of us, we got the world and its charms. And when the world is through with us, we have each other's arms. You gotta laugh a little, cry a little, let the clouds roll by just a little. But baby, that's the glory of love. As long as there's the two of us, we've got the world and its charm. When the world is through with us, we'll have each other's arms. You got to laugh a little, cry a little, and sometimes get the blues just a little, but baby, that's the glory of love. Long as there's the two of us, you have the world and its charms. When the world is through with us, we'll have each other's arms. You gotta win a little, lose a little. Yes, and sometimes get the blues just a little, but baby, that's the glory of love. Nice attitude, right?
Seems to me I remember Doris Day singing that song.
Oh, really? Everybody's done it.
Oh, for sure. And
But it
Dean
sounded like
Martin.
Doris Day, did I?
Dean Martin.
Oh, yeah. Dean Martin did it. Yeah. Maybe even Frank Sinatra.
Oh.
Yeah, it's an irresistible little tune, so
Mm-hmm.
can't blame them. Can't blame me either. Don't blame me. So,
There's a title for a tune. There must be one, that one. Don't blame me.
don't blame me. I have a song in Spanish, the title of which is "Don't Blame Me."
All right.
I'll sing it next time around if there is a next time around here. But for now, we'll have a listen to Albecca and Karen. If she'll give us something as well, that would be nice.
I know Gus had mentioned Orkney in the Shetland Islands. I know a tune from the Shetlands. Actually got it off a Boys of the Loch album. Ali Bain was from the Shetlands. And this is the Gramsci jig. I'll play this on the harmonica. And sometimes you hear this on the pipers play this. But Gramsci, Graemsey, Gramsci, is a really small island in the Shetlands. I think it's about 1.5 acres. And actually, there's somebody that lives there and raises sheep, you know, so they wrote this song about that. All right, the Gramsci jig.
Just great.
Fabulous.
Yeah. Okay, then moving along to Rory. You got another one for us?
I do.
Yeah. These small groups that go around so fast it makes you dizzy, but if you're ready, we'll hear another.
This is Gordon Lightfoot song. Canadian guy, been writing songs since the early 60s, late 50s. This is called Did She Mention My Name? It goes at a good clip, but it's kind of sad. It's so nice to meet an old friend and to pass the time of day and to talk about the hometown 1,000 miles away. Is the ice still on the river? Are the old folks still the same? And by the way, did she mention my name? Did she mention my name just in passing? And looking at the rain, do you remember if she dropped a name or two? Is the home team still on fire? Do they still win all their games? And by the way, did she mention my name? Is the landlord still a loser? Do a sign hang in the hall? Are the young girls still as pretty as the city in the fall? Does the laughter on the faces still put the sun to shame? And by the way, did she mention my name? Did she mention my name just in passing? And when the talk ran high, did the look in her eyes seem far away? Is that big old roof still leaking when the late snow turns to rain? And by the way, did she mention my name? Did she mention my name just in passing? And looking at the rain, do you remember if she dropped a name or two? Won't you say hello from someone? There'll be no need to explain. And by the way, did she mention my name? And by the way, did she mention my name?
Oh, that's a fine song. Great fine. Well, Jeffrey, you got another one for us?
All right, I think I can find something.
Okay. That was very nice, Jeffrey. Thank you. Yeah. And David, your turn again.
Okay, this is a song I learned a long time ago from a recording by a man named J.D. Burnett. It was on an album of field recordings that John Cohen made called Mountain Music of Kentucky. And the song's called The Spring of '65. Well, I woke up one morning in the spring of '65. I thought myself quite lucky to be found alive. I hitched up my team, my business to pursue. Instead of hauling 4 loads, I only hauled 2. I got so drunk at Harper's, I couldn't haul no more. The men are telling jokes, I laughed till I was sore. The grocery being open and the liquor spending free. As soon as one glass emptied, another filled for me. I picked up my saddle and I headed to the barn. And catching out old Gray, not meaning any harm, I crept up on his back and I rode so very still. I scarcely drew a breath till I reached old Laurel Hill. There I met an old companion, his name I won't tell at all. He told me about that night where there's going to be a ball. We tiddled and we tattled till at last we did agree to meet that night where the fiddle was to be. I will tell you now, boys, how our party did commence. There's 4 of us Charlie boys got on the floor to dance. The fiddler being willing and his arm a being strong. He played the crippled Kingfisher about 4 hours long. I see the morning star, boys, I guess we've danced enough. We'll spend another hour in paying cash for cuff. We'll go back to our plows, we'll whistle and we'll sing. We never shall be guilty of another such a thing. Come all you newsy women that scatter news about. Don't tell no tales upon us, we're bad enough without. Don't tell no tales upon us to kick up any fuss. You've been guilty of the same thing, perhaps a whole lot worse.
Well, that was
Nice.
an unusual piece.
Never know.
You speak the truth, man. You speak the truth.
Yeah.
No. About 4 hours long. That's serious
Yeah.
singing.
That's funny.
I'm not sure I could have gone on for 4 hours with that, but you know, as it was really nice. Okay, Al, you think you got your sound working now?
Oh, that other Al.
Al Christian. Let's see. He's looking around for his microphone or his whiskey. I can't tell which. No whiskey. What do you think, Al?
You're
I may not
muted, Al.
realize he's muted. Oh, there you go.
You're not muted, but we can't hear you.
Now we can't see you. There you are. Now you're muted again. Having a bit of a struggle here. Shall we come back one more time, Al, or you want to give it a try? Oh, yeah. Technical struggles today. It happens to the best of us.
It would help if you're unmuted, if you're trying to do something.
No,
Yeah,
we're
your mic's not connected somehow.
Okay, well we'll come back to you, Al, and see if we can get another one out of you. And in the meantime, it looks like, oh, there's Tom. Tom, can you do another one for us?
And yes. Here we go.
Okay.
Reasons
We'll get
to
Al
be cheerful.
later.
Reasons to be cheerful. Spring 2022. Sunshine outside your Zoom. Beams rich and golden. Grass and weeds rise after light night rains. We have all survived seasonal tornadoes. Trees are again anarchist blossoming. Air is fresh and revivifying. People are still petitioning for peace and prosperity. For transgendering people in Texas, peace in Ukraine, against censoring. Each day, new environmental activism. For Barton Springs and no sewage contamination. For bicycles, pedestrians, no IH35 gridlock. For rewilding our parks, not dumping crowds for commercial concerts. For community radio, TV, independent media. For volunteerism and all self-help groups. For housing all homeless in tents, tiny homes and shelters. For peace officers, not police force. Releasing past limits of sexism, racism, ageism, ableism, ism. Opening to equality, opportunity, unity, harmony, and community. We are living in green and golden days, starry nights and moonbound magic. Why not sing our way in Little Austin? Spring will hear you and sing along too. Your future depends upon you. For now is the time for all good people to come to the aid of humanity, to make gardens over battlefields, to honor all living as well as all past, to live peace, not just to seek peace, to open up venues like this so folk might gather, converse, affirm, and consolidate their joy. The soul is here for its own joy, sang Rumi via Robert Bly. As we are here in every moment to birth the new, affirm continuity, create communities that allow and extend our essential humanity, lockdowns and punishments will wither away. We emerge together today. Chinese poets, Ukrainian artists, Russian writers, and journalists everywhere. Desire for freedom is universal, so sing our new world in together like Stockhausen's world anthem, like the whole earth flag. We are all in this together. Consolidate your cliches. Thank you for listening. Grateful. Woohoo!
Great, Tom. Thank you. So, since I promised, I'll sing a song called "It's Not My Fault," or "Don't Blame Me," or "It's Not My Fault," or "No es culpa mía." Got this from Lidia Mendoza, the Alondrina de la Frontera, the lark of the border. Diosito Santo, Diosito Bueno, ¿qué quieres que haga si yo la quiero? Si es pecado, quiere lo ajeno y sin quererla sé que me muero. Si su cariño ella era del otro, ¿qué quieres que haga? Y yo no sabía. Yo no pensaba que me engañaba cuando juraba que me quería. Diosito Santo, Diosito Bueno, ¿qué quieres que haga si yo la quiero? Uh-oh. I just got a message that my battery's about to run out, which probably means this is not plugged in well. Here we go. Sorry. Si es pecado quererlo ajeno y sin quererla sé que me muero. Por eso bebo, por eso lloro. Aunque me digan que es cobardía, quiero olvidarla, pero no puedo. Diosito Santo, no es culpa mía. It's not my fault.
No es culpa mía.
Mom's gonna drive the girls and
A great blues song by Bessie Smith. I think it's all your fault.
Yeah, that's the other way around.
Yeah, it's fabulous. It's all your fault if
Yeah, I've heard that one.
if your kids don't know you, you know.
All righty. Well, all the way back again to the Becks. You got something for us, or
Gosh,
that's the problem with these small groups. They exhaust your repertoire pretty quick.
I kind of just
That's why
more
you have
stuff
to
that
come
I've
up
played
with bizarre
before.
little numbers like "No es culpa mía."
yeah. I think I could just pass for a few minutes here till I can think of something. I wasn't expecting to go around this many times.
yeah.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. I go to this other song session called the Folk Soul Session out of Brighton, and they often have 40 people. It takes 3 hours to get around the circle. You rarely have any hope of getting in more than one song. But we're just the opposite. You got to come prepared. So, Rory, are you prepared with another one?
Yeah, sure. I'm going to play a pipe tune. I'm just going to quickly
Okay.
tune the drones. I'm going to play a tune I wrote myself for the sister of the chief of our clan, Clan Sinclair, who was dying of multiple myeloma about 10 years ago. And her husband called me up from the UK and said, I want to give her a Christmas present, a new pipe tune written by you. And I said, I usually write by inspiration, not by, being asked to do something. So anyway, this worked out quite well. And then I'll follow that up with a jig called the Jig of Slurs. Let me just quickly make sure I'm tuned.
Good,
All right.
good.
Oh, that was lively. Thank you. And speaking of lively, we're back around to Jeff Hall. You got another one for us?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that,
Suspenseful.
So thank you, Jeffrey. I always enjoy those. So David, you got another for us? David Polachek, are you there? I
He
see
seems
him,
to
but
be
I-
with the Muse. He's not on transmit. He's not on receive. He's only on transmit.
David, do you hear? Can you unmute?
You're up, David. Unmute.
Let me pass for now. Come back to me.
Okay, Al, can you do one?
Can you all hear me?
Oh, yes, you sound fine now.
Oh, good.
Excellent.
Something like that.
Yay!
Yeah,
Good.
got
So
it.
glad we could hear you. Glad you fixed that.
That's good.
Nice. Good.
Okay, Dave, do you want to turn now, or shall we go on to Tom again?
Let's go on to Tom for now.
Are you ready, Tom? Tom's
Always ready.
Thank
But
goodness.
mind you, there are certain words that cannot be heard today. Lenny Bruce knew what those words were, as did George Carlin, when they said the 5 words that cannot be used on national television. Lenny Bruce would recite them and be hauled off by the police. Obscenity is in the eyes of undercover police. Censorship is always political. So when Starbucks staff seek to unionize, media becomes politicized and weaponized, and the wishes of workers ignored and vilified. Now the word is out, unionize. COVID has cut the unemployment rate, and some workers will never return to low-paying, abusive employment conditions. So to Amazon, where the workers are task-timed and suffer from RSI. Management comes up with a chat app to increase morale, but certain words are verboten. These are the words called slave labor, grievance, living room, and the workers' word, union. You cannot say these words that must be spoken. It is still spring of 2022, and unions are the frontline topic for every workplace and corporation. To censor this discussion only propels the union movement into action. Starbucks first, next Amazon. Reading the room, there are still things we cannot say. Kick butt hosts on Sunday night advise, and even on this uncensored stage, silent parameters limit what is shared today. Everywhere, fear cuts tongues like Russian knives. Question: how many hosts does it take to run an open mic? Answer: all of them. Each with a slice of personality like the random content of sausages, nutritious. Feel that censorship, like in church schools with compulsory prayers, or that Pledge of Allegiance coupled with a pledge to and for Texas. Fat cats make for thinner mice. Corporate Starbucks, Amazon hate unions. Wars expand when silence implies consent, like Russian pacifists and poets punished despite protesting and being jailed for freedoms they no longer have. Tell me, do you really trust comedians as your social critics? Their jokes imply victims. I like Buddhist comedy. Take out the punchline so no one gets hurt. And make sure to mention the trinity of death, pain, suffering, karma, samsara, nirvana. Thanks for listening.
But I get all my just news commentary from comedians
Yeah.
and sometimes
Yeah.
poets.
When I used to have a job and somebody mentioned the word union, I'd always make sure I sucked up to the bosses. I'd just say, nah, unions are for people who want to make a lot more money. Why in the world would we want that?
They took you with
my
levity.
goodness.
Terry and all of you, let me jump in here to thank you for your hospitality. I got to take off. Sorry I
Thanks
didn't
for
come
coming.
prepared with anything. Hope I can come back later. I
Yeah,
think you
please
do it
do.
in 2 weeks and then maybe in 3. I can't come in 2, but if I come back, I'll have something for you.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Yeah, really appreciate it.
Bye
Y'all
now.
have a great day.
Okay, I've lost track. Is it me again?
It's always
So,
you.
I'm
not
ready
sure.
whenever you are.
Huh?
I'm ready whenever you are.
Oh, you are. You're ready. Okay, good. That's fine, because I'm not ready. Thank you, Dave.
Okay, thanks for waiting. This is especially for Gus because he expressed an interest in the way I set William Butler Yeats poem to a traditional tune. That was The Host of the Air. This is another one that I've done by Yeats. Done about 7 total by him. And this one is called September 1913. And the tune is The Flower of Maharalyo. I should mention that all the names in this poem are Irish patriots and revolutionaries. What need you having come to sense, but scumble in a greasy till, and add the halfpence to the pence, and prayer to shivering prayer until you have dried the marrow from the bone, for men are born to pray and say. Romantic Ireland is dead and gone. It's with O'Leary in the grave. But they were of a different kind, those names that stirred your childish play. They have gone around the world like wine, but little time had they to pray, for whom the hangman's rope was spun, and what, God help us, could they say? Romantic Ireland is dead and gone, it's with O'Leary in the grave. Was it for this the wild geese spread the grey wing upon every tide? For this that all that blood was shed? For Travis Edmund Fitzgerald died, and Robert Emmett and Wolfe Tone, all that delirium of the brave. Romantic Ireland is dead and gone. It's with O'Leary in the grave. But could we turn the years again and see those exiles as they were, in all their loneliness and pain, you'd swear some woman's yellow hair had maddened every mother's son. They weighed so lightly what they gave, but let them be, they're dead and gone. They're with O'Leary in the grave.
Yeah, yeah. Irish Patriots. Good stuff.
Well,
Yes, yes, yay.
well, it's getting a little late on the hour, so what I think I'll do, I'll ask if anyone wants to do an encore. And when, oh, Tom has another for us then. Okay.
My ears have heard the glory of the oracles and oracles, of 12-inch speakers in a walnut cabinet, when radio is where we gathered around at night, listening to intoned and serious voices, sharing the wide, deep world outside our home. We internalized War of the Worlds, believed Martians had landed and invaded. There was no gap between belief and fact back then. I hid underneath the blankets with my crystal radio set, tuning into Mexican border radio or community radio, where a new world filled my oracles with oracles. Winston Churchill, FDR fireside chats, Garrison Keillor, Lake Way Begone days. They were our storytellers and we believed in them. Radio announced invasions, wars, truces, amnesty, surrenders, emergency alerts with sirens on our radio for fires and floods. We trusted those voices. We knew them. Orson Welles to Richard Burton. Radio plays like Under Milkwood sustained our attention. Radio still fills our hungry ears. Not franchise mass media. More community radio, co-op, KVRX, even KPET AM radio in La Mesa, West Texas, where local market reports, poetry, gossip, and news still fill our ears and time, devoted to listening for folk sounds of storms or songs. Now play on. Thanks for listening. I can come back now. Woo, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Very nice, Tom. Anybody else want to have a go before we wrap it up? Rory?
This is a song that made, well, I love it, but I'm not sure. It was a hit, but it's called Nobody Answers When I Call Your Name. It's a real hurtin' song, which I love to do. And the band that I play in for 14 years, I have a feature in the band. I play the Hurtin' Song of the Month, and I haven't run out of titles. This was one of them. I rushed home from work like I always do. Spent my whole day just a thinking of you. When I walked through the front door, my whole life was changed, 'cause nobody answered when I called your name. A note on the table told me goodbye. It said you'd grown weary of living a lie. Your love has ended, but mine still remains. 'Cause nobody answered when I called your name. And the lonely nights of my voice calling is driving me insane. And just like the rain the tears keep on falling, 'cause nobody answers when I call your name. I sit on the back porch, staring into the night, trying to find you, but there just ain't no light. Darkness surrounds me, just like the pain, 'cause nobody answers when I called your name. Oh, the lonely sound of my voice calling is driving me insane. And just like the rain, my tears keep on falling, 'cause nobody answers when I call your name, 'cause nobody answers when I call your name.
Yo, lonesome.
Oh, yes, I
Lonesome
hope nobody got
hard.
caught without a
So
hanky.
sad. Oh, sad. But good, great. I love that one. I hadn't heard it before. I don't think.
Okay, last call. Anybody else got a song before we trot off into the sunset? Hmm? Okay, well, here comes the goodbye song then.
Here comes the sunset.
Here comes Roy and Dale. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds when we're together? Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather. Happy trails to you till we meet again. Some trails are happy ones, other trails are blue. It's the way you ride the trail that counts. Here's a happy one for you. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds when we're together? Just sing the song and bring the sunny weather. Happy trails to you till we meet again.
Yay, Terry. Wonderful. Thank you very much.
So next week, I believe, is third Sunday of the month and Stone Soup Sessions
Yippee!
on Sunday.
Yeah.
So hope to see you there.